And as you can see, we are back with Dr. Alfred Mutua. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
This is official. You know, like every time you meet someone, you have to give them a handshake.
Well,
so I had given you a handshake earlier on. Great to have you.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Thank
you very much.
Such a busy day.
Our days are very busy.
Every day.
You know, it's service. It's service.
And it looks like you really enjoy yourself.
No, I enjoy because I feel that I'm in a calling.
Yeah.
Whereby all the things we've been talking about in this country for many years, asking ourselves, why can this be like this? Why can this be like this? It's giving us an opportunity to actually do something that can change lives.
Quite impressive developments, I have to say, that we've seen in Machakos County. I think you're trying to make a point that, you know, development is not too far-fetched.
No, it's not. You know, I was very lucky.
Yeah.
I grew up very poor, but I managed to live in the US for 7 years, lived in Australia for 4.5, lived in Dubai for a couple of years, then came back home, traveled widely. And we've seen people do a lot of the things that we fail to do. And it's not magic. It's about people having their priorities right, organizing themselves. I think our biggest weakness as a country is logistics. We don't know how to actually program and do things simultaneously. So I learned a few things and then have a clear idea and focus of where we need to go as Machakos County to remove us from this yoke of slavery, of what we call poverty, to at least wealth creation.
Okay, I like that. And I just want to take a few minutes and we'll have some pictures here on our super wall to just see the kind of developments that have been going on, you know, in the county, starting from what happened today, the park. It's, is it 34 acres on a 34?
It's actually 40 acres.
40 acres.
It sits on 40 acres, yes.
People at home can see that. Such a beautiful park, 20 million Kenyan shillings. Yeah, to just develop it. What are the
it's the 20 million is not just developing the park. You know, we've also built a road that goes to the park that actually opens up that area. We're looking at boreholes that also assist the community. Utilization of local labor, expanding part of the dam of Maruba so that the water coming is more, so that more people, the town of Machakos can actually get more water and a few other things. So it's not just developing the park, it's a project total where we're doing a lot of things.
The amphitheater, I mean, so many nice things, I must say. And of course, this, you know, the police vehicles and the inspectorate vehicles that you launched a couple of days ago.
I always believe that, and this is what people need to realize, that it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter whether you have got water in the house. It doesn't matter whether you've got food on your table. It doesn't matter what you have. If you cannot sleep at night because somebody's coming to rape you, because somebody's coming to cut off your head, because you can actually not even walk to enjoy the money you've made. So in terms of life, security is core to existence. You can't talk about wealth creation without first being secure, so that whatever you are creating is secured. So for me and for us in the government of Machakos, we felt that securing Machakos is very important. When I went to the villages as I was campaigning, I met mothers who had been repeatedly raped. And they say when you call the police, they tell you, hakuna gari, hata kama iko gari, hakuna mafuta. And I promised them we are going to solve that kind of shenanigan once and for all in Machakos County.
And how do you respond to accusations that probably your priorities aren't right? You know, this park that you've just, you know, launched today, and some hospitals are run down, some schools are run down. How do you respond to those accusations of
I don't know. I'd like people to actually point specifics. But also when you're building a house, you also need to lay a very good foundation so that actually the pillars can carry the rest of the house. Some of the things that you're doing, like creation of the basics. My philosophy and my principle in Machakos for the next 5 years is to concentrate on the basics. We have a huge program of health, for example. When you talk about health running down, you know, we are about to launch ambulances so that our mothers do not have to give birth on the road as they go to hospital. But we're also building, as we speak, spending over 500 million shillings, community hospitals, so that in every ward there's a community hospital with a maternity, with a lab, with an X-ray, with a ward, facilities well covered. We are making sure the drugs are in hospitals. Right now as we speak, there is no single clinic or dispensary or hospital in Machakos lacking gloves or doctors operating without the proper utensils or lack of medication. We have made sure that those small problems have been sorted. So people need to come to Machakos and see some of the things that we're doing. What
county can you maybe compare, in your opinion, to Machakos County in terms of the time that, the county governments took off? Is there a county that is giving Machakos County a run for its money? No, but you see, we're not comparing ourselves with others. I'm comparing my biggest competitor is called poverty. That's one I keep on looking at. When I go to the villages and see the hungry eyes in our children, where we've suffered for many years. When I see the youth sitting, eating miraa because they have nothing else to do. When I see our mothers carrying mitungis like donkeys to come from the river, that is what I'm comparing myself to. That is what I'm fighting. And so all these programs I'm doing, I'm initiating. Look at the park, for example. We don't have a lot of money. We're a poor economy. So we have to be creative. We have to start thinking of what you call the low-hanging fruits. What can we do to get more money? Dubai, for example, as you say today, I lived in Dubai. It's mostly desert and a seashore. I mean, when you think about it. And Dubai last year got over 100 million tourists, making close to 400 billion shillings. Dubai Emirate is smaller than Machakos by far. Now, if we can turn around Machakos and we get even a fraction of the people who went to Dubai and a fraction of the money, imagine how many taps of water we could install in every home. So how will this park translate, the profits that are made in this park, translate to the woman and the child you're talking about who are starved? What is happening is that as counties, the money being given to us from the National Treasury is not enough. We don't want loans in Machakos. I've told my cabinet, let us avoid loans. Let us avoid putting our kids into debt. Let us be creative and see what we have. We want to make Machakos the tourism hub. I hope that Nairobians over the weekend will be spending their money in Machakos. They have a nice park they can come to. They come and leave several 100,000 shillings every week or millions. That park will be used for conferencing. People are tired of going to the same destinations for conferences. Companies have been coming to Machakos and saying, do you have a place you can come to? We'll be minting millions every month. And so that goes into our bank account. Then I'm able to have more money to build the badly needed roads. Then I have slightly more money to put the taps that are needed. But if I just sit and say I'll wait for money to come from somewhere else without being creative, it will never come. So in as much as we're utilizing the money we have for what is important, we also have to be creative to generate new ways of getting money without asking donors to help us. We have to get out of the donor mentality. I like that. If they could transform a desert in Dubai into 400 billion tourism, look at the hills and some of the things we've got in Machakos. We even have hills whereby you park your car and your car reverses uphill because it's got a reverse magnetism. That's what we want to support and supply to the rest of the world. All right, so we'll continue with the conversation, but you're our guest anchor tonight. Yes. Yeah, are you excited? I know you've been in film, so this is probably not going to be that hard for you. No, not very. When I was in school, I know we're running out of time. I was one of the people, I went to Dagoretti High School and Jamhuri High School. We did news, those funny news, and I remember if we have time, I'll read one of them for you. No, you have to. One of them for you. Yeah, why not? We used to say, Jemedari Anopheles Culex Mosquito jana alitangaza hali hatari katika nyanda za juu nchi yake. Alitangaza hali hiyo baada ya mbwa wawili kuua kinyama walipomshambulia mwanamke mmoja kila chakula chake cha jioni, yani ugali na kamongo. Mbwa wote ulizwa etc. Panya mmoja jana aliaga dunia na mwingine akajeruhiwa vibaya sana walipogongana maili 7 kutoka Galani hadi Shimoni. Panya aliyejeruhiwa alionekana akiwa katika hali mahututi huko akitapika maharagwe na Royco mchuzi mix. Alikimbizwa hadi Panya General Hospital ambako anapata matibabu. Daktari mkuu wa hospitali hiyo, Daktari Panya Tauni, ameziomba panya zote zenye damu na Q negative kuikimbiza ili kuokoa maisha ya panya. Habari zingine etc. So we used to do those things when I was in form 2, form 3. You should come read our KTN news, you know?
Maybe one of these
part-time
days.
job.
Oh,
That was good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so let's now...
We try this one.
Let's try this one. Let's try now a real script,
Okay.
not with the panyas and Raycom choosy mix. All right, so you'll introduce yourself and then
Okay.
take it away and, you know, give it some oomph.
Okay.
Yeah?
So,
Camera.
evening viewers, Alfred Mutua. In other news, more than 10 young people were arrested in Kisauni this afternoon for harassing motorists and pedestrians. The youth who had taken advantage of the tense situation in the county allegedly robbed people of their valuables and stoned cars. Kisauni OCPD Julius Wanjoi led an operation to flush out the suspects with the help of the local residents. The OCPD said they received information that a group of hey, I'm losing my eyesight, my friends. A group of youth were mugging people and moved quickly, combing the area because the area was tense due to the ongoing case against the suspects arrested at the Masjid Musa last Sunday. Is it Masjid Musa last Sunday?
Tena amepiga watu wawili, mmoja amedungwa kisu na mwingine ameangushwa, amepigwa, amenyang'anywa kila kitu. Amerudi, ameenda hospitali, sasa hii ameanguka pale. Gari 3 ndio zimepigwa zikaumizwa vioo vyote kabisa. Sasa wenyewe wanachanganyikana tu na raia huku akiangalia polisi kama wamekuja upande huu wanaingia upande mwingine huku.
There was nothing apart from thugs taking advantage of a situation, because what we have seen is purely people mugging along this road, and it has got nothing to do with the radicalization issue of the Muslims.
You actually did quite well.
No, I can't see for some reason.
Why not?
I don't know. It's maybe the lights are in my eyes, or I'm losing my eyesight.
But I think
it's working too hard. I'm seeing the words.
But you were okay
are
until
blurry.
at some point you lost it. But you recovered very well.
But it's okay. It's okay.
What do you think? Do you think you can do this sometime maybe in your life?
Listen, if this governorship doesn't work out, I'll be here with you.
Oh, please,
You know,
but don't take my job.
No.
Now let's move on away from the politics and everything.
Yes.
What don't we know about Alfred Mutua? Something interesting.
I'm a simple man.
Are you?
I'm a simple man.
Are you simple with all these, designs that look?
No, but it is from simplicity that you're able to do much more. I'm simple in the fact that I live a very simple lifestyle. I don't have a lot of madoido. You know, people forget, and people start living very heavy lifestyle when they get into power, thinking that that is how people expect them to be. I'm a people's person. I love ugali and sukuma wiki and matumbo occasionally.
Oh, really?
Yes, very much.
Matumbo?
Matumbo, yeah.
Do you know how to cook it?
Yeah, you have to cook matumbo very well. And you have to wash it very well. But you know, I used to, but I've not had matumbo for some time. So I grew up eating a lot of matumbo.
Maybe
I like chapati and dengu.
Chapati and dengu.
Or rice and beans.
Rice and beans.
Yeah, those are the ones that
Okay. I like so
things like those. What else?
And when you're not, this governor, this super governor, what do you do? Your hobbies? I know you like dancing. We've seen you in a couple of places, always, shaking your leg and everything.
I like good music. I don't get much. I walk around a lot. I travel quite a bit. When I was young, I did a lot of martial arts.
Oh, really?
So I walk around. I still feel that my body is still fit. I wish I had more time to do it, but it's something that I like. It keeps you fit.
It keeps you fit.
It keeps you fit.
All right. One question that I saw someone asked. Do you have a celebrity crush? And let's keep it local. Tunajua tunajivunia kuwa wa Kenya. It's heading to the Valentine's season. I don't know.
It's going to be that's a very difficult question for
really?
me to answer. I don't know. I've never actually been awed by human beings.
What?
I haven't for very long. People thought it was weird. I never looked at human beings. I believe that you talk about God, you talk about Jesus Christ. It's mighty power. But the late Nelson Mandela meant a lot to me.
Okay.
And what he stood for for many years. I was, when I was in high school, I was known as a big champion for freeing Nelson Mandela. When I look back, I look at the lives of Martin Luther King, you know, and some of his speeches, some of the things he did, you know, they give me great inspiration.
You've intelligently, you know, found your way out of that question.
No. but there are people I admire. There's some people I admire. You know, I admire the former president, Mwai Kibaki. I got a chance to work with him very closely. People like Ambassador Mudaura, you know, in the politics sense, and a few other. We've got good people in this country.
All right then. I'll let you go with that one for today.
No. And then you know, and then there are people like yourself.
Oh yeah.
Who
I
are
was
very
waiting
good
for that.
at what they do.
All right, Governor. All right, we're running out of time, but we want you to introduce our business, you know, Anchor. So you'll still use this camera too. He's going to be hearing you from a different studio.
Okay.
Take it away.
And now, viewers, let us turn to business news. We've got Bonnie Tunya waiting to tell us about how the market is doing and how everything is going. Bonnie, habari ya biashara, how is the business in this country going today?
Mzuri sana, Bona Governor. You actually did well in Swahili better than English, so probably we could try you out on, say, KTN Leo. But more coming up on business.
Unajua ni lugha ya taifa.
We have a video that's the Kenyans would expect to see. Now, when we meet police officers on the street, we give very little thought to what else they may be other than gun welding, scary, and even suspicious law enforcers. Now, at the launch of the Rapid Results Initiative for the security sector today, this police officer showed Kenyans another side of himself. Take a look now. A very interesting showcase of our police officers.
Very interesting, very good.
This is what we want to see, not the gun welding, you know, ever serious, you know.
We need to get close to them and work with them, but also facilitate them because they live in very deplorable conditions. So we have to also know that they're human beings.
Exactly. Now, Nick asked me to ask you this question about the deputy governors. What are their roles?
You see, the deputy governor is supposed to deputize the governor. But you see, most of the governors, once you get into power, you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of power. What I did in Machakos, so that my deputy governor does not feel isolated in decision making, I gave him a portfolio. So my deputy governor is also a minister, because that is allowed in the County Act. So he's the minister for ICT, labor, and all other associated telecommunications and communication aspects. So he's also very busy running a portfolio. And then we consult basically every day on the decisions we make and work together as a team. He's a very, very good political person also, so he has good insight. So we don't have a challenge in Machakos. So he's got a responsibility. And I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Well spoken. And then now we have, let's go back to just a bit to the park.
Yes.
Where is it? Is it in Machakos town?
It is in Machakos town. Just as you get to Machakos town, near the showground, we built a new 5-kilometer road that takes you by the shores, if you can call them that, of Lake Maruba, of Maruba Dam. Shores of Maruba Dam, whereby the park has been built on 40 acres. We even have a boat, a sailboat. So people who've never sailed on a boat can actually go and actually sail on a boat and go around and feel how it feels like. We actually got the boat from Mombasa with the right people from Mombasa on how it's done. The park will be open officially on the 14th on Valentine's Day. Not just because Machakos wants to be known as the city of love, but also
oh, really?
But also because it's a good weekend. We have family extravaganza for 3 days On the weekend, on the Saturday, we have big artists who are coming to perform from Kenya and other places, Southeast Soul, name them. We have rumba, we have all kinds of music. On Sunday, we have Christian musicians, and also some other secular musicians. Kidum will perform. We have Christian Shusho. We have Solomon Mukubwa. I mean,
3 days of entertainment.
So 3 days of entertainment, and the entrance is free. And the park has amenities. We have restaurants serving nyama choma. We have children playground areas.
Is it free?
No, that one you have to cough a little bit. Actually, it's free.
It's
you give them money, they give you nyama choma for free. Yes.
I like that. All right, Governor. It's been great having you.
Welcome everybody to come on the weekend of the 14, 15, 16 to Machakos, the place to be. And we join hands together and we work together.
All the best, Governor.
Asante.
I mean, you're on a roll, so we hope that you keep,
If anybody wants to know what we're doing, you can follow me on Twitter.
He's on Twitter.
At Dr. Alfred Mutua. That's at Dr. Alfred Mutua. Or also on Facebook with the same name, Dr. Alfred Mutua. And we can keep the conversation going so that we welcome crazy ideas in Machakos. The crazier the idea, the better.
Including the racetrack, I remember.
The Formula One.
The Formula One.
It's coming.
All right, so as we wind up, thank you so much for coming and gracing our show. It's been a pleasure having you.
And one thing, I know we are running out of time, but I really like the fact that you don't try to speak with an accent.
As we saw in
you see, because people go to, and I've told this story before, people go to America, they go to England, they come back, they start speaking with an accent. Hello, Berchalo, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
But I've always wondered, you go to America for 2 weeks or 6 months or 2 years, but people go to India for 15 years, they don't come back and say, hello, Berchalo, how are you doing? It's been a very good show, no? You know how things go, no? It's all a state of the mind. So we should tujivunie kuwa wa Kenya, tuongee kama wananchi, na tukinge taifa. Hakuna hiyo accent ya kujekelea. And those with accents, ukiwastua kidogo, wanaongea barabara, wanakumbuka lugha ya mama.
Wanarudi kabisa. Mother tongue, all right. So we'll leave you with the pictures of the park, just in case you've not gotten a chance to see how the park looks like. You hear the pictures, just look at them. And on next Friday on Valentine's Day, if you have time, just check in Machakos County and,
Thank you, karibuni.
Yeah.
Asante sana.
All right, I'm Betty Kialo and
I'm Alfred Mutua.
All right, do have yourself a lovely evening.